recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Well, here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Marianne, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Okay, spot the differences.
Well, there's no princess in the water and there's no goblins. And there's a castle.
It moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons. The Mad Hunter still has 2 hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories or after.
Yeah. At some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. She ran away. Just like the princess is here.
Tree is different.
Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version?
Is that it?
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
Huh, okay.
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
The Gold Lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that. An artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than the cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own, without your mum constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, but you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone, Brent.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic? Did you know she studied engineering?
No. But it looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled, like someone tried to throw it away. I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
Is there anything else? Nope.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
So, oh.
Do you have any idea what the code might be?
No. So we should probably see if Marianne hid anything before we go trying to guess.
Oops.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. Well, he was an artist, right?
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
And she was an engineer.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
She was a dancer, a ballerina.
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
And the pet, the bird.
Is the gold lady... Is that it?
It's opening.
What's in there this time?
What was that? Oh, salmonberry bark.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us? Her father.
Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m, and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin, Adie, brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Lacona. You're there in all of them. But you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years, and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering, simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. After dropping out of college and without a penny to your name, she only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Mary Ann. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us? Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter.
I mean, he's
I don't
rich.
think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Could help you out.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy. Oh, so that's how she found the house. Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Well, there's a house. So this is in kind of like an E.
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
Which one? Oh, this one.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
One day she took her tiara and ran away to the forest. So,
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
am I supposed to do it in order? Okay.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
That's where she originally was. Then,
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
yes.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
So she went there. Then she went to the watchmaker.
Some sort of clock.
Then she found the house.
This is the princess's house.
Then she had friends.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Yes,
What's in there? Another letter?
the princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess's loss. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods into that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item for her old life, a splendid tiara. She had lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where sun would catch on its surface and shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes, fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground. She plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. The day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute, upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry. But though she tried to fix it and to polish it, it was gone beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a one woman alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. We still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
With letters. But first, let's have a look around. We didn't look at these.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
The very old Beaver's repair. Repair list?
Hey, I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
We'll get to those later.
Really?
Let's finish this one, okay?
These are also puzzles? So E.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
I'm so done with her riddles.
Wait, is that the... Oh, that one's way more like an E.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
I mean, that should be it, shouldn't it? Oh, I get it. Colors. So orange is the actual E. Red is that kind of E. And yellow is the O.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
So this is the proper kind of E, and this is the weird... I guess it's an L, maybe?
Yes.
Leo? That was her child's name? The baby that died? Leo?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear
How was your
Alyson...
son?
Dear Alyson and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love. Goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Why do you think? That's where he's buried.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Wait, isn't there more things in here we're supposed to look at?
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Yeah.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
So they fixed the house, the roof,
She fixed the roof shingles.
and the post.
She slapped the post with her tail to write it.
Isn't that it? And she fixed the wall.
She fixed the planks that... All right.
There we go.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you. So I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic ramblings short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have two small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favour. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I'd be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe you could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Okay, so I think it's the moose.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back.
Dropped the beehive for the bear.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
And then the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, catering to Castanel Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in an assortment of high-quality products, from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and craft scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store co-owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Marianne Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan, what do you think, Tessa? Yeah, that would have changed a lot.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
Fresh caught salmon? Some roses, maybe? Maybe not. A newly bloomed bluebell? Hazelnuts. Wait. A handful of ripe berries? Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You're strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message, and I'm gonna get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello, or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I can put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam. Unrequited affection's always tough.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake. which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Did they steal candy?
No, fruit
Or
though.
not? Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? What if they took some spoons?
There we go.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
What do we do with these things though? Set down. What do they mean by that?
Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
Oh, the things we've been picking up.
Mad hunter, always on the princess's trail. Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. Here, the secret keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. Gold lady stays locked up in her castle. Back in your pond, Big Frog. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose.
So I missed a few.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
I don't think there is. Is there? So we looked in there. Done this one. Did that. Did that one. Put those on there. We've seen all these things.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.